Yo, what it is, YouTube? Is your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. We gonna be talking about the CL1B, and for you, I'm gonna give you a gift. I'm gonna give you a free preset pack for the UAD CL1B for free. Just go ahead down below, comment CL1B, and also the link will be there. Okay, so let's get to it right now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and join the channel membership for more dope gems like this. So let's get to this. Let's listen to the track and see how we was able to use that CL1B.
It's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'm a grown man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. They didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else is in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, cause I know something you can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce.
All right, the CL1B is a really dope style of compressor that I think that people you know, they only limit it to, you know, just a certain type of things. I want to show some creative ways that I like to use it. So first of all, when I think about the CL1B, we got to talk about the history. You got the dad, which is the LA2A, you feel me? So the whole thing about the LA2A is that it's always been a very smooth and musical style compressor. The reason for that is because of the slow attack time. Okay, so it's not too stingy. It's pretty lax type of guy. You know, the CLA2A, he's a chill guy, you feel me? He's a chill guy because he's not always trying to grab at everything that comes through the doors. Okay, so that's why it's always great for vocals. That slow attack time, the transients of the vocal is the impact, the character, the feeling, the cutting, what you want to cut through the vocal is usually there, right? Sometimes over compressing, or maybe using a compressor that has too much of a greedy, stingy, fast attack time, it will make your vocals feel like they have less clarity or they're not cutting through because the transient is being grabbed at too much. The thing about the CLA2A is that it is always great, but for sure there's some disadvantages. One thing is that you can't control the release time. So that's where the CL1B comes into place, because it lets you actually control the release time, versus where the CLA2A, you know, you don't get to control the release time, and the 3A, you don't get to control the release time over there. Okay, but one thing about that both of these things have is the ability to not only compress and limit. So that's another reason why the CL1B sounds gentle as well, is because of the ratio. Okay, so let's look at how I like to use the CL1B, and this is one of the first presets that I got right here. Is going to be called the limit vocal. So this is great when you have a situation where the vocal was kind of all over the place. It's kind of like an amusement park with a roller coaster that's going up and down. You have these waveforms that are going up and down. Some are quiet, some are loud, and you want to just kind of even that out, because for the most part you want your vocal to be solid and sit firm right in the seat, you know, the driver's seat of the mix. All right, and that's where using a limiter is good. You know, sometimes I like to use the Faraday limiter, the L2, the L1, but I actually turn the CL1B into a, not really a limiter, but a kind of a hard knee style compressor. 10-to-1 is how I'm going to be using it here. And we have the fastest attack and the fastest release. Even though it says fast, it's not truly fast. It's still an optical compressor, and it's still going to be that chill guy. You feel me? I'm a chill guy. My cousin CL1B, he chill too. You feel me? Okay, so that's the main thing about that here.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'm a grown man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. They didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else is in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, cause I know something you can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flex. I don't wanna call on them up. Call on them up. It's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right.
So for example, with the word call, Pay attention to how we were able to make everything sound consistent by using this, you know, kind of almost a limiter style. Even though it's not a 20 to 1 ratio, it's still 10 to 1. Just just that brick wall, that security guard that's keeping the vocal in place. Listen to the two calls. Both of the calls, they sound even because of using this limiter style compressor in the very beginning of the chain.
Call on my, it's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me if I don't get a text. Call on my, it's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me if I don't get a text.
So things sound a little bit more uneven. Like if you go to the barber and he doesn't give you a smooth fade, you know, there's like still like a patchy. Your head is still patchy with some hair on this side and maybe not as much on the other. But we got things smooth, even, taped out. You feel me? Taper faded out. Okay, so that's one of the presets that you're gonna see in this free preset pack. So down below, you know, give me a comment, drop a comment, CL1B, and you will definitely see the link down below as well. But also drop that comment, CL1B. I love the CL1B. Tell me, you guys, how you like to use the CL1B. The next thing that I like to also use the CL1B as for is a parallel crush vocal. So when I do it, I don't really crush it too much, maybe like 1 to 3 dBs, because it is having a relatively slow release. Even though it says a fast release, it's still relatively slow because it's an optical style compressor. It's still in that same family with the chill guy, you know. So even though, you know, Mookie and them, my cousin over there, he's a little bit more hothead than us. Relative to the rest of the family, he's actually really just a normal person, you feel me? But just compared to us, who are all chill guys, 2A, 3A, Tube Tech, we're all chill guys, we're slow, you know, it feels like he's a little bit more crazy. So that's the thing about the parallel. I only tap it about 1 to 3 dB, and it has a great way of adding brightness to the mix. So that's one thing over the 2A that the CL1B got, is the 2A has the tube input, which gives the brightness.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me if I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. They didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flex. I don't wanna call on them all. Call on them all. It's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me if I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. It didn't need a grapevine.
That's why I always like to pay attention to what type of parallel compressor I'm using, because I like to use the parallel compressor kind of like if it was a reverb, you know, kind of like if it was a delay, you know. It's just that extra little bit of additive processing. So then I'm asking myself, what do I want? Do I want more thickness? Do I want more brightness? And in this mix, I wanted more brightness, right? I wanted more brightness. Sometimes I might want more dirt, but I know when I want brightness, I will use the Tube Tech CL1B on parallel, because it has that tube component on parallel that's going to add this brightness type of presence to my vocals. So that's another great way of getting your vocals to cut through, also feeling more brighter without doing a drop of EQ. All right, so that's going to be another one of the presets that are in the free preset pack down below. And the last way that I like to use it, you know, these are all the UAD versions, but you know, if you guys, I'm gonna put some screenshots in there too for the people who don't have the UAD version. Maybe for somehow you have the soft tube version. I like the UAD version better too, because you can actually record with it in the UAD console. But most importantly is I like to use it as a bus compressor too, which sounds so fucking insane. But I just love the way it gives that ever so slight family reunion, grandma's pinch to the mix. Okay, and these are the settings. I like to use the slowest attack with the fastest release, and with 4 to 1 ratio, and it just, the needle is just held there. But I like how it gives the vocals some more presence, and how also it just contains the whole mix.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me if I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. They didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flex, I don't wanna call on.
A lot of people like to use a CL1B on bass as well. I liked it how it sounds very generous to the low end. The bass on this song, you hear how there's like a sawtooth, bzzz, honeycomb, honey hive type of bass. Like there's like a little saw buzzing style bass. It actually adds some density to it and helps that bass cut through a little bit more. In addition to also, you know, coming out and helping out the lead vocal, you know, skip the line and cut through and be at the front of the line, the forefront.
It's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. It ain't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else is in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. They didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know
So that's another great way to add harmonic density to maybe like the low end of the song. You want that bass to cut through a little bit more on small speakers or have it a little bit more present. I like to take advantage of that. So that's going to be the gentle bus compressor preset that we have. All right. So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of the YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But also down below, don't forget to join the YouTube channel membership where I have exclusive presets, exclusive shorts with audio examples, as well as exclusive courses where I go in depth breaking down drums, mastering, all that stuff in a full length course. Okay. And I have many courses, like 10 of them. So go ahead and check that out down below. Appreciate you now. Regardless, YouTube gang, let me know what's your favorite way of using the CL1B down below. See you guys next time. Peace.